Guys, we gotta keep it on the low. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. We gotta keep it on the low, y'all. Keep it on the low. Yo, 59 likes. Yo, thanks, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it. Let's get the likes to 61. That's the like goal right now. 61. Yo, guys. Y'all saw that video of that correctional officer that also does OnlyFans with the prisoner? And they was like in the UK, I think, or something like that. You guys saw that? Yo, you guys saw that? Yes, in the chat if y'all saw it. Y'all saw that shit, bro? Bro. And Shorty don't look bad, bro. She don't look bad, I'm telling you. Because, usually, you know what I'm saying, niggas think about the prison officers and they like, yeah, you probably taking it down, but she looking like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Nah, bro. Hold on. See if I can find that for y'all. Y'all seen that shit, bro? Yo, bro, there's a video. His mans was recording it. He was on the top bunk, right? He was on the top bunk. He was recording Shorty. Shorty was getting popped. You know what I'm saying? Giving mouth out, everything, bro. I was like, yo, niggas living their life. Niggas living their best life. Nigga in jail. Man.
FanDuel Casino has your chance at the #1 feeling, winning, which ranks even higher than the 18th best feeling.
A guard is accused of having sexual relations with an inmate at a London prison.
Damn.
And
yo, they was in London.
Was caught on tape. Those are the shocking new allegations.
Yo, y'all seen this? Did y'all see this tape? Did y'all see the tape? Yo, I saw the tape. Yo, Shorty, yo. And son on a bunk bed probably just got finished. No, he probably next.
Nations facing one woman out in the UK. We're going to bring on prison consultant Justin Paperney to talk about it. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. All right, we're going to go over to the UK for this one, and this concerns 30-year-old corrections officer Linda De Souza Abreu. She has been arrested for allegedly having sex.
All right, guys, y'all taking that down? Come on, you already know. 1 through 10. 1 through 10 right now, go.
Sex with an inmate at Wandsworth Prison late last month, a prison reportedly plagued by violence, vermin, and overcrowding. We'll get to that, but let's talk a little bit more about that, because what's more is this encounter, or reported encounter, was allegedly captured on cell phone footage, a video that is circulated on social media. Now, we obviously will not show you this tape, but...
Oh, why not? Come on, man. Stop being a prude.
But it purportedly shows Abreu, dressed in prison garb, engaging in various sex acts with a prisoner in a cell, while another prisoner, presumably this man's cellmate, films this, looks on, he's smoking, making comments such as, guys, we've made history, this is what I'm telling you, and this is how we roll in Wandsworth. So the arrest comes after an investigation was launched by the Metropolitan Police.
Yeah, you can't even say somebody snitched. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this on double speak. You can't even sit there and say somebody snitched because these niggas sat there and fucked the game up, man. Recording shit, bruh.
After they became aware of this video, Abreu appeared at the Uxbridge Magistrates Court in West London. She is charged with misconduct in public office. We believe this is defined as willfully and without reasonable excuse or justification, misconducted herself in a way which amounted to an abuse of the public's trust in the office holder by engaging in a sexual act with a prisoner in a prison cell. Now, she was granted conditional bail, but here's the thing. She's a Portuguese national, and reportedly her passport was confiscated. She's forbidden from international travel. She's reportedly electronically monitored for a large portion of the day as well. And I'll give you a little bit of background on Miss Abreu. So the New York Post is reporting that she is a...
Yeah, 413. I'm at Prune.
married swinger, has an OnlyFans account, and once appeared on UK TV discussing her passion for sex. In fact, her sister told the Daily Mail, quote, Linda gave herself to the wrong lifestyle 100%, and now she's suffering the consequences, unfortunately, which has fallen down on her husband, our parents, and myself. Ms. Abreu is scheduled to appear at Isleworth Crown Court on July 29th. Okay, I want to bring on right now a guest that we haven't had on Sidebar before, and I'm looking forward to talking to him. Prison consultant Justin Paperney. Justin, thanks so much for coming on. What a case to talk about. Now, before we even get started, my understanding is, let's talk about the prison. You are familiar with this prison, right?
We have a client who had served some time there, and
Yeah, was he fucking on some shit? Yo, was he getting some, you know what I'm saying? Was he getting some pussy?
I'll tell you something that when you know it's a bad prison when someone says, I would rather serve time at Metropolitan Detention Center in New York, where he was extradited to, than this prison in Europe, because it was so awful, so sickening, so filthy. And it really, the tone was set at the top with corrections and leadership. They let the prisoners run the asylum, in his own words. So when you have that sort of leadership, you could expect these sort of things to happen. And most people who go to prison are thinking, what can I do to create a record to get out as quickly as possible? In this prison, very little programming, very little correcting, and enables these people or some of these prisoners to get away with whatever they like. I will say it is surprising to so many people when they hear this story, though I will tell you.
Yo, I ain't gonna front though, the shit, like the tape. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was like low key fake when I first saw it, cause it looks like the beginning of a goddamn, you know what I'm saying, a corn. I guess that's how you gotta say it on the internet, right? A corn video. I was like, no way, this is real. And especially with like the way Shorty looked, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is fake. It was real.
You, hardly a week goes by without some prison guard or correctional officer getting arrested for something. This might be at the top, a little different, having sex on camera for the world to see. But these things happen, from penitentiaries to minimum security camps where I serve time. And hopefully it brings attention to corrections in ways that we can manage these institutions a little better, with hopes that it helps people transition back to society better and to create safer communities. But people are stunned, not me.
Yeah, something you mentioned, based on the video, Ms. Abreu, it seems to me, knew that she was being filmed. So it wasn't like it was in secret. You had mentioned that as well. Going back to Wandsworth, though, how does a prison like this get to be at this point? I mean, it's a famous prison in London, right? There's been a lot of notable inmates.
It gets to this point because of when it was built in the 1850s. Very little upgrades. You go.
Wait, they was giving pussy up in the prison in the 1850s? No, this is a legendary prison.
You go through a history of the prison. They had people getting hung there, I believe, people getting killed there. Very little upgrades. I mean, it is awful. It is terrible. It should be torn down. Yet they continue to send people there. Very little upgrades, and at times, people who work in corrections have good intentions, but with very little training. And if you have prisoners who see very little need in programming, with very little control, things are going to go crazy. I mean, the drug.
Wait. Y'all saying that she married? Yeah. Why y'all saying that she's her husband gonna be sick? She married? She married? Yo, can you imagine, bro? Your wife. I mean, she was doing OnlyFans though. I don't know. He's probably cool with it. This is probably right here part of his kink. He like, yo, yeah, when you go to work today, I want you to fuck 3 guys. Yeah. And when you get home, tell me all about it.
Drugs, the alcohol, the smuggling in, both from staff, people who might visit who are going to bring in and smuggle these drugs. I mean, and it gets to a point where there ain't no going back. As my friend who served time in that prison, who thankfully was so grateful to get extradited to America, he said there ain't no going back. And a lot of staff at the top just give up, might just view it as a paycheck, get through it day to day. And sometimes in corrections, if there's one guard or correctional officer or case manager that really stands out, that really wants to try, sometimes they can be ostracized by their colleagues. Hug-a-thug is something they will use here in America, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes.
Wait. Someone said her and her husband were on a UK swinger show. Oh, see? So yeah, that shit regular shit for them.
They just give up and they say it's a paycheck. I'm going to do the best I can and try to avoid problems.
And this is a maximum security prison. I mean, what kind of offenders are we talking about that are housed at Wandsworth?
Violent, drug offenders, all sorts of offenders. The prison, if you were to Google it and look at it, built in 1851, the next step should be tearing it down and not rebuilding it and moving those prisoners elsewhere.
What a story. I mean, what is going on in the world? And speaking of which, when you think about it, think about how unpredictable the world is. You know what comes
I mean, what's going on in the world? Niggas getting pussy. That's what's going on.
out of nowhere? If you get hurt, you're injured. What do you do? That is so scary. But
No.
blatant. And was it the idea that you weren't shocked this happened in general? Because have you seen
That
your
it's on
experience that it's on film? But you're not shocked in the sense that these relations between inmates and corrections officers. This happens everywhere.
Sure. So about 20 years ago, my business partner, Michael Santos, wrote this book called Inside Life Behind Bars in America. And he served 26 years in prison. And it profiles his first 8 years in the penitentiary in Atlanta, which was probably the most violent prison at the time. And in that book, he writes about prison guards who might be married to another prison guard and prostituting out their wife, who is another prison guard, for myriad reasons. So certainly these things happen, like I said, from the penitentiary to the high.
I mean, I'm saying though, like when it come to like, you know what I'm saying, correctional officers and shit, they got like, you know what I'm saying, some decent benefits and shit like that. She lost all that. Her pension, you know what I'm saying? Damn. She could have had both, the OnlyFans and the pension.
Meeting them to the camp. I served time in a minimum security camp, these cushy country clubs that people call it, where you could walk off at any time. And we knew there was a nurse who was sleeping with several prisoners. The difference here is how blatant it was. She knew that she was on film. She seemed to enjoy it. She knew this other person was smoking and providing the color commentary.
Yo, she definitely seemed to enjoy it. Definitely seemed to enjoy it. This nigga said she seemed to enjoy it. Like, yeah. She enjoyed it.
Like we're watching a baseball or soccer game, she seemed to enjoy it and did not consider the consequences. Or maybe she did consider the consequences and figured this would blow her into stardom, because if she's got another business or fans, you could argue this could take her to a whole nother.
Navan is a business travel booking platform that slashes your travel costs. With Navan,
Other level. And I don't know if she gets sentenced to a lengthy federal prison sentence over this. The shame and embarrassment, ruining of her career, just the pain that has accompanied this might be enough. You could actually argue this gets her closer to what she might already want, a career in this space. We've got to embrace that.
Well, of course.
Nah, I ain't going front. Her OnlyFans probably going stupid right now. Her OnlyFans probably going crazy right now, my nigga. Like, dumb. Facts. You know what, now that I think about it, now that he put it that way, pause, he got a point. Her OnlyFans probably going stupid right now.
I mean, we're speculating at this point, and of course,
Yes.
we know that there's been reporting that perhaps she does have a sickness, some sort of, you heard the statements from her family member about what's been going on with her. So we don't really know her precise motivations or what she might be struggling with. I guess I would ask in general, you mentioned there was a myriad of reasons why prison guards would pimp out their wives to the inmates. In general, why do we see prison staff having sexual relations with inmates? I mean, in your best guess of why we see this happening.
Well, I can tell you the majority of them are very admirable and go into corrections to want to help people and train and correct. I worked with phenomenal case managers, and I was grateful for their support. But in any industry, there could be anomalies or people that stand out. When I get calls from prison guards who have been arrested, at times they tend to blame the inmate. I was exploited. I was manipulated. I was trying to help them. A little bit of the Stockholm syndrome, where
Yeah, she was trying to help him, all right. Help him bust a nut, and that's exactly what she did.
had a lot of sympathy for them, and I heard their stories, and they had tough backgrounds, and I didn't think they should be imprisoned, and I wanted to help them. They have no money coming in because their family can't send money. So if I could bring in an iPhone or maybe a little bit of marijuana to ease their pain, or some food and things that make their time on the inside a little better, it's not fair to how they've been treated. So any guards that have reached out to us who have been indicted say, I feel as if I was manipulated to some degree, and they're very charismatic and they're good salesmen. And then one said that's why they're in prison after all. So I encourage them to accept responsibility, to not blame the prisoners for their plight, but to recognize they made really bad choices. So I want to be clear. Most in corrections are terrific. They care, but there are those who take advantage and who some enjoy it, right? Any job at times can be monotonous, day in, day out, day in, day out. It can be a little exciting if you're going to get paid a little money on the side and bring in some things, and the drugs, the iPhones. It can be a little exciting, shake up the monotony that any human feels in their day-to-day work life. The problem is most correctional officers say, stop, this is my job, I'm not going to do it. Some succumb to that temptation, and terrible problems follow. We have, like I said, a guard a week, I believe, in America gets arrested. It's global, and their life changes forever. And many of them end up in federal prison. This woman may end up in prison.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It goes back to something that I've explored before with this idea of why serial killers receive love letters. And one of the things that we've explored, and I've spoken to professionals about this, is that there's something about the fact that the inmate is locked up, that you want to have a relationship with somebody, you know where they are, they can't come out. It's a little bit of control.
Yeah, that's why like hood, like you know how niggas be like, oh, these bitches just want hood niggas, they just want hood niggas. That's why. You know what I'm saying? First of all, they're replaceable. You know what I'm saying? Every hood nigga's the same. You know what I'm saying? If a bitch fucked with one hood nigga, you fucked with them all. You know what I'm saying? They're replaceable. They're most likely gonna get locked up every few months. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And when they get locked up, you know they ain't fucking that bitch from down the block and blah, 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 and shit like that. You know exactly where he at. You know what I'm saying? He around nothing but niggas. Now he's sitting there talking a bunch of sweet nothings to you on the phone. Yo, when I get out, I'm telling you, we getting married. Everything go woo to woo. Ah. That's why the bitches love the hood niggas. You know what I mean? It makes sense.
I know you're not a psychologist, but do you think that's a fair assessment? We also see this happening at times?
There's no doubt when you're around someone that someone's living there and you're around them in the chow.
Hey, you downloaded JPay? You downloaded JPay on your phone.
Hall or the chaplain or in the unit, it is inevitable. Conversations are going to open up. There's going to be similarities. There is no question that's going to happen. And you form a connection. And before you know it, a connection can turn into a romance. And some don't have the ability to stop it. And as a result of that, there's lasting pain. I mean, look at, even if this woman avoids prison, look at the shame and pain she is enduring, going to that courthouse, trying to cover herself. But with the internet, you can't cover it. And to your point earlier about what is so different about this, when Michael...
Nah, that's a fact. Why she over here covering herself? Stop it with the nonsense. Like, you don't got OnlyFans.
was in prison writing about these experiences.
This was the time she was supposed to bust it wide open for the cameras.
In Atlanta, there was no iPhone, right? There were no iPads where prisoners could film it. So he's writing about it. To have someone film it and then put it out there for tens of millions of people to see is just is something so unusual.
That's my question to you. Also, the cell phone, right? How did the cell phone make its way into that cell? Is that allegedly from her? I mean, I don't know how do people sneak? Do inmates? How would they be able to sneak in a cell phone?
That
contraband.
It's as easy as, it's the easiest thing you could do right now in any prison in the world. You have drones dropping packages into prison yards that have food and iPhones and drugs. Guards may smuggle them in. People may visit and bring them in. I estimate in some prisons, 40% of the prisoners have iPhones. I mean, that's a global issue. So it is very easy to get these iPhones and contraband into the prison, sometimes by corrupt staff, other times by visitors. It's not hard. If you have a will, there's a way in prison. That much I can tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can always boof the iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Boof the iPhone.
And again, this is not the first time that we've seen this happen. Clearly, Abreu is not the first prison official to allegedly do this. In fact, according to the Daily Mail UK, there are official stats that indicate that since 2013, more than 80 prison staff have been fired or penalized for having sexual relations with inmates. So, Justin Paperney, thank you so much for coming on, explaining the situation to us. Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. Hold on, let's look at her again. Where she's at? Where she's at? I think she's like over here. Look at her one more again. Right here. That's crazy. So yeah. I think if anything, she's gonna make that bread back on the OnlyFans. Fuck that pension. That pension was probably nothing anyway compared to what she's about to make in like the next 3 months, 4 months on OnlyFans. Now, if she's they had some like sketch or whatever have you. She's facing charges. Like she's gonna get locked up for this shit. I hope not. But even if she does, right? The back catalog that she got on her OnlyFans about to go crazy, nigga. We talk about probably $1 million in a month. This is big. This is a big platform. You know how many niggas right now looking at this shit like, yo, niggas is going to, all right, let's go to her Instagram. Look, I'm about to go to her Instagram. Fuck it, let's go to her Instagram. Let's see that shit. What is it? Linda this. What I still say it? Linda this. Wait, is this it? No, that's somebody else, right? Nah, that's it, right? Yeah, this is it. Wait, this is it, right? Oh shit, yeah, look guys, prison guard. Oh shit, well she don't got much pictures. She don't got many pictures. You think this was just made? Hold on, let me check the dates on this. 3 days ago. This was just made. It's not her shit. Hold on, let me sit there and see if I can find it. Space, right? Man, they just made, they got mad pictures of this bitch, bro. I don't think we ever gonna find her. Hold on. Yeah, bro, I don't think we ever gonna find her real page, bro. Yeah, they got all type of pages. Yo, y'all know her real page, y'all? Anybody in the chat know her real page? Niggas don't know her real page. Don't know her real page. You don't know her real page, nigga. You don't know her real page. But yeah, that was crazy. Crazy situation, guys. Crazy situation. I would have took that down. I ain't gonna hold you. Wait. What did I just say? What did I just say? I would have took her down to the courts and told her to face the consequences behind her actions. That's what I meant by take her down. All right, because we follow the law around here in these parts or whatever.